Talktainment Radio, worldwide sound. Talktainmentradio.com. We give you a reason to come. The world's greatest radio. We give you a reason to stay. Radio, the way it should be heard. You got the power.
The views and opinions expressed are those of the host and guest and not necessarily those of TalkTainmentRadio.com, the management, the staff, or K&E World Network, LLC.
Look, up in the sky!
It's the superheroes of travel.
It's Ricky TYUS and Tassie Williams, able to take you around the world by air, land, and sea, even by flying saucer.
We're able to create hassle-free dream vacations filled with moments you never forget.
So put on your cape.
Let's go.
It's your time to travel with Ricky TYUS and Tassie Williams.
Heard exclusively on TalkTainmentRadio.com.
TalkTainmentRadio.com. We go where you go, the world's greatest radio. You're in touch with It's Your Time to Travel. I'm Ricky TYUS with TYUS Tours and Travel, along with Tassie Williams. And this is radio the way it should be heard. And you can join the conversation at 877-932-9766 or watch us live on YouTube /TalkTainmentRadio/ It's Your Time to Travel. And in the studio today, we have DARRYL PORE. Tassie is out sick, and DARRYL is our in-studio guest today. Good evening, DARRYL.
Hello, hello, hello.
So how are you doing today, DARRYL?
Well, things getting better, I must ask questions.
Uh-oh. Bud is on it today. He's on it today. And just to let you know, the Facebook question of the week is, the subject today is New York City. And we're going to talk about the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. And we're going to talk about the gems, the hidden gems of New York City. So the question today is, do you know the hidden gems of New York City? We'll cover that in about 15 minutes. We'll go through all the hidden gems we know from traveling to New York. DARRYL is a big traveler of New York, so I know he has some hidden spots that nobody knows about. But did you know that New York City residents live longer than the national average? Longer than the national average. They live up to be about 80 years old, and the national average is about 78. And for some reason, New York residents live about 2.5 years longer than the national average. DARRYL, you have any thoughts on that? No thoughts on that, DARRYL?
No.
Okay. But they say the reason why they live longer is because they do more walking than the rest of the country. I remember one day it snowed in New York and everything was shut down. And after the snow stopped, the New Yorkers were out playing in the snow. You know, so the New Yorkers are a little bit different. They love Central Park. They love Bryant Park, and they just do things. They just do things just a little bit different than everybody else. So the did you know is New York residents live longer than the national average, about 2.5 years longer than the natural average. And our topics for today's show is this just in. China states it has developed a jet that will reach New York City in 2 hours from Beijing. A jet, commercial jet, that they have developed that will reach New York City in 2 hours. Tassie's travel tip is accessories you need for your New York City vacation. And of course, the topic for today's show is Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. We have a video to show you the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade from last year, and we talk about all the packages that we have available for that event. Our in-studio guest is DARRYL PORE. Because Tassie's not here, there's no Bubba and Laverta. And then we'll talk about the hidden gems of New York City. So today's show, we're going to cover New York City. Everything that we know about New York City. We're going to cover it. Darryl's going to give his views on what he knows about as a bus driver going to New York City. So, Darryl, any thoughts on New York City?
Well, I'm looking forward to going to New York City and thinking about moving. If I'm going to live 2 more years, I'm packing my bags.
Packing your bags. Because New York City, and that's hard for me to believe, that they live 2 years longer than the national average.
Well, one thing I do know, Ricky, is that New York have a very strict gun laws.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure a lot of the gun deaths or homicides that take place by gunshots, they enforce that very strong.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the gun laws and from what I read, it's just people just live a healthier life in New York. They're out, like they don't drive cars a lot. They do a lot of walking. They love their parks, you know. It just sounds like they live a healthier lifestyle than we here in Ohio.
Well, you know, another thing that I don't know this for a fact, but I'm going to suggest, by it being the city being right there at the ocean, I wonder if that fresh air doesn't contribute to some of that good living and that walking.
Well, Darryl, you know, if that was true, then Cleveland would be a healthy city to live in.
Well, that's a lake opposed to the ocean.
Ocean, you're right.
It's a polluted lake opposed to the ocean.
Right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. But so we're gonna cover some things about New York you might not have known, and we'll get into that here in a few minutes. Any other thoughts on New York, Darryl?
Well, I love the food. I love shopping. And me being with amazing transportation in the bus company, I like to go. So I'm always going to New York whenever there's an opportunity. So I love New York. New York loves me.
So one of the partnerships that we have developed is using amazing transportation. We're going to start running a bus up to New York probably in the next 90, 120 days. And some of the things that we talk about today would be on that bus tour to New York. And then for the Thanksgiving Day Parade, we're going to run buses up to New York for the Thanksgiving Day Parade. That's one of the partnerships that we have developed with amazing transportation. And that's 2 Z's in amazing. Correct, Darryl?
2 Z's because it's amazing.
Amazing transportation. So right now, Darryl's going to cover this just in.
Here we go again. Another storm is headed to the East Coast tomorrow. With hundreds of thousands of homes and businesses still without power from last week's Northeast New York could see another 4 to 8 inches of snow.
And you're telling me that New Yorkers live 2 years longer than the national average, and the bad weather that they get on a consistent basis and the water wiping out the coast? That's totally amazing, Darryl.
Well, the cold weather and the snow kill a lot of the germs too now. So don't discount that.
Right, you're absolutely right about that. The cold weather kills the germs, you know. But how do you get rid of all that water that goes that far inshore from these bomb cyclones that they have?
Well, like I said earlier, there's a ocean, they call the Atlantic Ocean, is right there.
Right.
You know, when here in the Midwest, when our lakes and our ponds and our creeks and our river swell up and overflow, that's to be understood. However, if you're going to overflow the ocean, now you telling me you're onto something there, Ricky.
Yep, you're absolutely right. But, you know, they have another storm, a nor'easter round 2, that starts tomorrow, and they expect 4 to 8 inches of snow on top of all the bad weather that they had last week. You know, I think New Yorkers have survival skills. I think they have the greatest survival skills because with all the disasters that they have up there, they seem to still enjoy life. So on this just in, Darryl's going to talk about the hypersonic jet that China claims can reach New York in 2 hours.
Listen to this. This is interesting. A research team has claimed that the plane would travel at 6,000 kilometers per hour. Let me break that down. That's 3,728 miles, 3,728 miles per hour, which is 5 times faster than the speed of sound. The team from the Chinese Academy of Science said the plane would be able to transport passengers and cargo from Beijing to New York in 2 hours. 2 hours.
2 hours.
The journey currently takes an average right now of 13 and a half, 14 hours. The team said that they had tested a scaled-down model of the jet in a wind tunnel and that it reached speeds of 8,600 kilometers, which is 5,344 miles per hour. Wow, with low drag and high lift. To compare Concorde's top speed of 2,179 kilometers, which is 1,354 miles per hour, that's doing it.
Yep, that's totally amazing. And you can believe if they develop this, the military will have it before it goes commercial.
Well, somebody better test it before I get on it. You better know that. When they saying, because you have to prepare your body. Now, they've tested this with, I don't know, lab animals or what they've done. But now we got to have our bodies to take on that shock and to take on that, was that warp speed or whatever it's called. But I'm not ready yet. I'm going to let it be on that market for 5 years and then I can come and do my thing.
Well, right now, it's only been tested in the wind tunnel.
Okay.
Okay, so it hasn't been tested on animals, or it's only been tested in a wind tunnel.
Well, I was thinking that word I was looking for was G-force, because
G-force,
the astronauts have to do the G-force based on if their body can withstand that pressure. So I'm gonna let you guys test it out for 5 years, and once you say, "Hey, I enjoyed it," I'm gonna say, "Well, you know what? Let me see."
Now, and what I know about the Concorde is the passengers that traveled on the Concorde never really felt the G-force. You know, they never ever really felt the G-force. So besides building a plane that can go that fast, they also have to build a plane that is comfortable for people to ride in, because it doesn't do any good to strap people in and the plane's going so fast that they're strapped into their seat and their head is zoomed back because they're trying to get across the country in 2 hours on a trip that normally takes 13 hours. You know?
Well, I would imagine if it could go 2 hours from Beijing to
New York,
I would imagine New York to California, you go there in 12 minutes.
You know, this is totally amazing news, and the talk of hypersonic travel is getting more in the news every day, because they're trying to come up with ways to transport people beyond the speed of sound. So it's a conversation that's going on right now.
Well, you know, sometimes, man, we may have outdone ourselves, but I'm a little hesitant.
Once again, we're talking about China now. We didn't say this was coming from the U.S. This is coming from China. And the amazing design on this plane is that it has 2 layers of wings to reduce turbulence and drag with creating more lift. Okay, and the plane kind of looks like, if you ever seen the space shuttle flying back on a 747, that's similar to what this drawing is showing that this plane looks like.
Well, also, I'm sure when you get into the cost factor, it's going to be pretty high. It's saying the jet could carry 50 passengers, flying New York to London in 3 hours. In 3 hours and 15 minutes, but it won't come cheap. You better know that. It's going to be about $2,500 one way.
One way.
Yes.
So it's not affordable for you and I.
Well, for me, it's not even the affordability at this point. I want them to have it safe, but only 50 people can try it, and they haven't, you know, if they're talking about it now, it's going to be another 5 years before it's on the market.
It's going to be longer than that. You know, this is just a test. And we don't know if China is talking real or if they're just talking out the side of their neck. So,
well, you know, they were talking 15, 20 years ago, they were talking about having flying cars.
Right. Which
I think they're going to have a whole bunch of problems there. And one of my problems I have, if you have a flying car, you know, some of the people that I know, as cheap as they are, they go to the gas station and only buy $3 worth of gas at a time, you're going to have cars falling out the sky because they're running out of gas.
Right. You're absolutely right. That's great. So TalkTainmentRadio.com. We go where you go, the world's greatest radio. You're in touch with It's Your Time to Travel. I'm Ricky TYUS with TYUS Tours and Travel, along with Tashi Williams, and this is Radio the Way It Should Be Heard. You can join the conversation at 877-932-9766 or watch us live on YouTube/Talktainment/It's Your Time to Travel. Tashi is out sick. DARRYL PORE from Amazing Transportation is taking her place, and right now we're going to talk about the hidden gems in New York City. All 5 New York City boroughs feature little-known surprises for tourists. Sure, there's the Statue of Liberty, the Empire State Building, and Central Park, and Rockefeller Center and Broadway. However, there are little-known hidden gems in the Big Apple.
Well, one of the hidden gems is you go up to Harlem and you walk down Lenox. There's a whole bunch of great eateries, well known. There's a fish market there on Lenox Avenue where on one side of the store, there's a huge fish market. You get your fish fresh out of the ocean.
Wow.
And then you walk to the other side of the store or the fish market and they prepare and cook the fish for you.
Wow.
That's my kind of store.
So do they throw the fish to the other side?
No, you go and pick it out. They give you a little tray and you put it in a tray and then you walk over to the other side and they will ask you, do you want it fried, steamed, or broiled? Wow.
So how would you take yours?
Depending on what it is. Certain things like lobster, I want it steamed. If it's redfish, if it's red snapper, if it's flounder, I want it fried. And then some of the things like scallops, I like it broiled because it gets it tender.
Okay. So one of the hidden gems that we've come across, and it's called New York Instant Photo. Whether you're touring with family or friends, this suburban safari will show you the best of Manhattan, historic buildings, movie locations, and it's ultra photogenic. Eye-catching sights, street scenes, spontaneous moments, stolen images, gourmet cuisine, and for each location you have free time to give a full play to your imagination and your memories.
Also, let me interject something here, Rick.
Sure.
I've been to New York probably close to 30, 40 times. And every time I've gone, I've seen something or have done something that I hadn't done prior.
Right.
Now, one of the best kept secrets of New York is their subway system.
Absolutely.
And you have to actually experience. The best way to see New York is to walk and use the subway.
And the subway is 24 hours, 7 days a week. It's one of the only subways in the nation that runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It doesn't stop. It runs all the time.
And also with the subway that I've learned just about 5 years ago, I took a group up there and we stayed in a hotel in New Jersey actually, and for $7 you could commute into the city, jump on the subway or jump on a bus with that same $7 and round trip and bring you back home.
Right. Now, was that a pass for 7 days or 5 days?
No,
or
it's
just
a
1 day?
$7 1-day pass, which give you unlimited freedom where you can go to and from all day long.
Okay. Well, when we do New York, we actually have a pass that you can use the whole time that you're there. So anytime you want to jump on a bus or anytime you want to jump on the subway, for the duration of the time that you're there, you have this pass. So even though we do tours, you can also do things in New York on your own. And this particular tour that we're talking about is a New York Instant Photo. This is a walking tour of the heart of Midtown Manhattan. And of course, Midtown Manhattan is a city that never sleeps. And the must-see areas in here is Columbus Circle, Central Park South, Fifth Avenue, Rockefeller Center, St. Patrick Cathedral, Radio City Music Hall, Carnegie Hall. So there's just a list of sites that you can see. And during this during this walking tour, they give you time that you can take pictures, and the guide will even suggest angles to take pictures of. So this is a new tour for New York. It was just announced last night, and we added this to our hidden gems of New York City.
Well, here's another hidden gem that I just want to throw out there. One, for advice, if you go to New York, pair up with someone, and what'll help you out if you dress in dark clothes. If you wear dark blue, black, gray, because people from New York, that's what they wear. And you want to blend in. Now, there is a tremendous police presence, so I enjoy the security when I go to New York, because they realize it's a city unlike Columbus, where it's designed for tourism. And tourism create a big part of their income. Right. So when you're there in New York, you want to do as the New Yorkers do. You want to dress like the New Yorkers. And if you just walk around in your dark clothes and just keep your head headed north and south, you're going to be fine. If you, like I said, I'm not telling you not to take pictures, but they know the tourists that are there. Now, it's a fast city, and you're going to always have some slicksters. So you just got to be careful that you avoid the slicksters. But if you blend in like you're from New York, the slicksters will leave you alone.
Yeah, so this particular tour that we're talking about, it comes with a tour guide, okay? And he's going to guide you and protect you and make sure that you don't get into any trouble. But just so you know, in New York City last year, they had over 60 million visitors in New York City. So it's a town that's built for tourism, just as DARRYL said. It's really built for tourism. And it's great to have DARRYL here. He has working insight on New York City. But one of the areas that we talk about when we talk about the hidden gems of New York City is the public library. Okay? The public library main branch at 42nd Street and 5th Avenue. The building is over 100 years old and houses free exhibits and programs, as well as being a conventional library, you know, and the nice part about it is that it's marble. I mean, we have a video. Maybe we can get the video up, but it's marble. And the most unique part of the whole library is the public bathroom. Yes, that's right, the public bathroom, and it's the most luxurious facility of its kind in the world. So when we talk about a hidden gem, the public library is one of the hidden gems, and it's totally amazing.
Also, I would like to recommend when you go to New York, and I know they do the little kayaking thing, but you want to try, it's inexpensive and just a nice experience.
It's free.
To do the water. When I'm talking about the kayaking, it's free, but to do the cab, the boat cab, where you can go to one side of the island to the other side of the island for about $5 to $7, and you're actually in the water on a speedboat utilized as a taxi cab.
Well, actually, DARRYL, when you book a New York vacation through us, that's part of the package, and it's free.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's actually free. And then another hidden gem in New York is kayaking. Kayaking in Manhattan. The downtown boathouse at Pier 26 provides free kayaks, including vests and even sunblock. You know, and it's free. And right now, we're showing the New York Public Library, and just look and see how magnificent this place is. You see that, DARRYL? All the drawings that's in the ceilings.
That's wonderful. That's beautiful.
Yeah, and maybe we'll get a shot of the marble floors. You know, they have marble floors. The bathroom is marble. It's just totally amazing, and it gets so many visitors. And one of the things when this was shot, there were so many Koreans there that it was totally unbelievable. But that's the marble floors. You see the details on the marble floors there in the hallways.
Oh, New York is a fabulous city in so many respects. I mean, well, like I said, don't get me wrong, Columbus is a nice town. To where you come and you raise a family, and it's that, you know, that small kind of close-knit thing. But New York brings something that no other city in the world have to offer in all of its beauty and history that the city brings to you. Even some of the small things that I want to just talk about real brief that gets kind of overlooked.
Past
is just coming down. I've gone there, like I said, so many times. I've sat in town, and not only just in Times Square, and just people watch and watch the uniqueness and the beauty of the different cultures of people that just pass your way every half hour, every 20 minutes.
Yep. It's a totally amazing place. And a new hidden gem in New York is a restaurant called Etc. 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 It's just a heartbeat away from the buzz of Broadway and the vibrant energy of Hell's Kitchen. Etc. Etc. is a modern and cozy oasis of culinary delights, the perfect place to impress friends and family. Etc. Etc. has become a heavily having and shimmering neighborhood fixture for both discriminating New Yorkers and curious tourists. In addition to, DARRYL, I don't know if I can get in this. In addition to the mouth-watering favorites such as the homemade basil spaghetti with crab, a 10-ounce grilled skirt steak marinated in parsley, lemon, and roasted garlic sauce. It's just one of the amazing dishes that they have, and etc. etc. will be a special guest on our radio show April the 3rd. So make sure you tune in for that.
Without a doubt, you're making me hungry, Ricky.
But that's the reason I didn't want to talk about it, DARRYL. And then DARRYL, all the butter they put on that steak. That's totally amazing, man. Just absolutely mind-boggling. Manhattan, of course, is one of 5 boroughs that comprise New York City, and many of New York City's outer boroughs have their own must-sees as well. Staten Island is more than just a ferry. One of New York City's most beautiful landscape gardens is the China Scholar Garden in Snug Harbor. The entry fee is $5, and it also includes a free ferry ride. Combine that with a visit to Alice Austin's house to view the works and the prolific photography. She documented her life in New York City from the late 1900s through the early 20th century. And we're showing a picture of her magnificent place now. But this lady never married, never had kids, and her house became a museum. And it's totally amazing, and it's a must-see. Maybe not the first time you go to New York, because the first time you go to New York, you want to knock out all the, Statue of Liberty.
Well, it's going to wow you in so many ways, Ricky. There's just so much to see. There's history after history. At every step you take, there's something special about New York. And here, we're not even mentioning, from a sports perspective, Times Square and the Rucker Park. And all of the legends that's come through there. Like I said, it's just a who's who of what's what in New York. When you go down and just sit, and it just don't have to be at Times Square. You could grab a sandwich on a bench anywhere and just watch the people.
Yeah, New York City is unlike any other city in the world, and it's actually the #1 destination in the world. Queens is famous for, among other things, and again, we're showing the the Alice Austin house, and how magnificent that is. But also, the Queens is home to the USTA Billie Jean King Tennis Center. It's home to the U.S. Open. Oh, by the way, we have packages to the U.S. Open. It's home to Citi Field, where the Mets play. But few visitors to the city know about the Museum of the Moving Image in Austria. It's the only museum dedicated to moving images, cinema, TV, games, and even GIFs. And the museum is currently featuring the Jim Henson Muppets exhibit. And the video that goes along with this is real funny. But when you're in Queens, it's a place you need to visit, and also visit Chinatown.
And ladies, let's not forget the garment district and go to shopping.
Shopping.
It's the place to be. I love to go usually sometime between September and the 1st of November in that time slot because, ladies, I'm telling you from a shopping perspective, you could go to New York with $1,000 and it will purchase what you would buy here in Columbus with about $2,000, $2,200 because the merchants here in Columbus go to New York to get their stuff.
And then they bring it back here and mark it up.
You better know it.
So your trip to New York in September, you can knock it out the park. You know, you can knock out Christmas for everybody with $1,000.
Hello.
Yeah, so, and we'll have a bus running to New York for the September period. Actually, we're looking at buses running to New York in June, July, September, and then we're going to get into Thanksgiving. We'll run buses up to New York for Thanksgiving.
We'll also take this number down. Area code 614-571-2617. That's to Amazing Transportation because there will be several trips going to New York. Let me repeat that number. Area code 614-571-2617. There will be several buses going to and from New York from now to Thanksgiving.
Right. So the Bronx has Yankee stadiums and the Bronx Zoo, but few outside of native New Yorkers know that the real Little Italy is in the Bronx neighborhood of Belmont, anchored by Arthur Avenue. So, look up in the sky. It's the superheroes of travel. It's Ricky Tyus and Tashi Williams on It's Your Time to Travel on TalkTainMenRadio.com. Stay right there. Coming up next, Tashi's travel tips, accessories you need for every New York City vacation.
Girlfriend, why are you in such a good mood on a Monday morning?
We just bought a foreclosed home and saved a ton of money.
A ton of money? What a blessing. Tell me how.
Well, Linco Realty specializes in selling foreclosed homes.
Linco Realty? I've heard about them on the radio. Yeah, that smart people buy foreclosed homes ad. Don't they have that website with all those vacant government and bank-owned foreclosed homes?
Yes, that's repohomelist.com. And they have lenders with purchase and repair money, even down payment assistance and credit repair.
No money down, plus purchase and repair money? What's the number?
614-375-2289. Record low interest rates make some homes cheaper than rent.
Well, Bill wants a new home. Can Linco Realty help us?
Yes, Linco Realty can sell you a new home in over 50 communities around Central Ohio. They've been in business for over 35 years.
Wow, you've really been blessed.
Yes, we have, and you can too. Call Lincoln Realty today at 614-375-2289.
For the best home fragrance and beauty products, shop Ash Kickin' online.
That's ASHKICKIN.
Made with 100% natural quality ingredients and handcrafted with your family in mind, Ash Kickin' products are better than those other guys. Ash Kickin' candles, incense, body butter, face moisturizer, and hair moisturizer are priced just right, and you can get yours at 10% off with coupon code TALK17. Support this 100% black-owned business and get your home and body smelling and feeling all right.
That's ASHKICKIN.
Shop Ash Kickin' online at www.ashkickin.com.
Are you ready for a high school that allows you to work at a place that is right for you? Are you ready to earn a certification in healthcare, business, or manufacturing while achieving your high school diploma? Then you are ready for Life Skills High School, a free public school option for high school students 16 to 21 years old. Learn more about your free high school educational options at lifeskillshs.org or call them at 1-800-888-7992. Life Skills High School, education that fits your life.
I've got the water, energy bars, and camera. I think we're set for the hike.
Almost. We need to protect our skin. Don't forget your wide-brimmed hat and sunscreen.
All right. I've got the hat. I've got SPF 30. Will that work?
Yeah, anything 15 or higher is good. Just make sure it says broad spectrum.
Great. Got it. I am not getting burned again. Let's go.
Learn more at cdc.gov/cancer.
This is Al Edmondson, owner of a Cutter Brother Rest Barbershop. I'm calling on all barbers and beauticians. It's time for us to unite as one. We can serve our communities better together. Join the Ohio Black Barber Beauty Network. For more information, visit www.obbn.org or call 614-427-3226 to get more information. Be the change that you want to see in your community. Join our network.
If you or someone you know is abusing drugs and or alcohol and want to stop the abuse, contact APDS at 1409 East Livingston Avenue. Office hours are 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily and 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday. APDS is certified by the Ohio Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services and primarily funded through the Adam H. Board. Fees are based on your income and Medicaid is always accepted. For more information, call 614-253-4448.
Every year, June marks the beginning of two busy seasons, summer and wedding season. If you are legally changing your name, you need to apply for a replacement Social Security card reflecting your new name. This is easier to fix now when you first change your name than years from now when you retire. So go to our website at www.socialsecurity.gov/SS number or call us at 1-800-772-1213, TTY 1-800-325-0778 to find out what specific documents you need to change your name and apply for a replacement card.
Live call-in talk show. Dial 1-877-932-9766 and join the conversation here on TalkTamitRadio.com.
You got the power.
Look, up in the sky, it's the superheroes of travel. It's Ricky Tyus and Tashi Williams on It's Your Time to Travel on TalkTamitRadio.com. Listeners, you can join the conversation at 877-932-9766 or watch us live on YouTube /TalkTamit/It's Your Time to Travel. And, you know, Darryl's going to cover Tashi's travel tips because she's out ill today. And her travel tips is accessories you need for every New York City vacation.
We're going to start with one key item, sunglasses.
Sunglasses.
Because in that sun is shining and the sun is hitting off that ocean, it could be blinding.
We're talking about New York City now.
Yes, we are. We're also talking just common sense things, nothing special. You're going to do a lot of walking in New York because that's the best way to see New York. Mm-hmm. So you need some comfortable shoes. I recommend to the ladies to have some really nice slacks because you will be doing a lot of walking, but you do whatever makes you comfortable. Some of the other things. Now, New York can get windy on you, and if the wind is blowing, especially spring and fall, you may want to take a jacket or a sweater.
Light jacket.
Sir. You make no bones about it.
Yeah, you tell them, Darryl, you need to bring a light jacket. You know, you need to bring comfortable shoes because we're talking about walking tours here. You know, so walking tours, comfortable shoes, sunglasses. What else do you have there, Darryl?
Well, the other thing is for the ladies, if you wear your slacks for walking, just bring you a skirt or dress to slip into afterwards because, you know, after walking you may, you know, work up a little perspiration, a little exercise, so you may want to just have a change of clothes. Even if you're going to be there 3 days, bring 4 days of change of clothes because New York going to give you so much. It's so much to do. Even if you set an itinerary, trust me, you're going to go beyond that and do something in addition to that. So bring an extra outfit just in case because who knows, there's so many sites and so many places and so many great people you may run into. You may just get invited to a really nice party.
Right. So, you know, what he's talking about is a day to night transition piece. That's very important because you have to be ready to experience New York City nightlife. Men bring a suit jacket and a collared shirt because to get in a lot of restaurants, you have to have a jacket. Men, you got to have a jacket and
a shirt with a collar on.
And a shirt with a collar on. Ladies, pack a pair of shiny black jeans or stylish dress or skirt to change into after a day at the pool. You know, so we're talking about bringing some transitional pieces to go from day to night.
And don't forget to pack your battery charger. Your phone is going to be taking so many pictures. Your phone is going to be doing selfies, group photos, shots of the scenes that you're going to come encounter with. You're going to be on the phone talking, just excited about, bring that charger so you can charge as you go.
Yeah, so, right now we're showing just New York City and Manhattan and how much walking you're going to do and all the stores you're going to see, but just the accessories you need for every New York City vacation. Darryl, you have any more?
Well, just they recommend that you have headphones. For me, I want to hear the sounds because the noise of the city, it allows for me to blend in and be a part of. Now, if you just a different type of focus individual where you need to have that direct focus, bring headphones and it'll eliminate the noise because there's a lot of action, a lot of sound that take place in New York, and there's a lot of energy that's been dispersed just in the crowd.
Yeah, they're talking about headphones for the plane ride, and headphones if you have trouble sleeping. If you have trouble sleeping, you can use the headphones to drown out the noise. And there's one other piece that we're missing when you travel to Gotham City is to stash some cash. And this is for tips. It's for tipping servers, bartenders, valets. You got to have some. You have to have some money to tip with, right, Darryl?
When you go on vacation, you really shouldn't be stingy and tight. And I'm just so honest about this. If it's going to be that stingy and that tight, then maybe you shouldn't go.
Go on vacation.
So when you go on vacation, it's vacation. Get out there. Your waiters and waitresses, they really work hard for you, and they need that income because it's their paycheck doesn't reflect their work that they do. So show them your gratitude.
So you're listening to It's Your Time to Travel on TalkTimeRadio.com. Join the conversation at 877-932-9766 or watch us live on YouTube /TalkTimeRadio/ It's Your Time to Travel.
And the last thing I'm going to throw out at you, because I don't want Tashi being mad at me.
Tashi.
Be with you guys, especially, how we can sometimes we get out and jump out the shower and don't put our lotion on.
Oh, yeah.
With all of the walking that you're going to do, you want to moisturize your skin and your feet so that they don't get too cracked and wore out. And brothers, you might run into a sister there, and we don't want you to appear as if you've been kicking bags of flour. So get your lotion and get your skin on.
You are totally correct about that. And now's the time to book the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade for an extraordinary experience. You can visit us at www.TYUS.com to find the best package for the Thanksgiving Day Parade. And our phone number is 866-547-5362. Don't forget to sign up for our weekly newsletter featuring red-hot travel specials. Every week I have a list of prices to Mexico and the Caribbean. And some of the prices start as low as $429. They're all-inclusive packages that include hotel. It includes airfare, round-trip airfare from either Columbus or Cincinnati. And we also offer the same packages from 21 other U.S. cities. So give us a call at 866-547-5362. And take a look at our red-hot travel specials and sign up for our newsletters. That way, every week, those specials will appear in your inbox. So, Darryl.
Yes.
You want to talk about amazing transportation?
Well, amazing transportation. Well, yes. On a serious note, amazing transportation. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. I have several places that we're headed. That this summer we're going to New York, I'm going to New Orleans, I'm doing Memphis. I have several youth groups going down to Kings Island. I think Rick and we have a couple of basketball games this spring.
Right.
Going up to the Cavs games.
To the Cavs games.
But Amazing Transportation is a wonderful company. I enjoy it. The Lord has truly blessed me with being able to purchase a bus and to put together my tours. I've been driving for 20 years, and it has allowed for me to come together now and travel and go to places that I want to go, as well as the places that you want to go. I want to take you there.
Yep. And Darryl will take you there. One of the things that we need to get done, Darryl, is to get your bus on YouTube so they can see pictures of your bus. And the other thing that's amazing about DARRYL and Amazing Transportation is he has connections to 6 other bus companies.
Correct.
All right.
I have 6 other bus companies, which just with the one that I have a strong affiliation with, we have 20 buses at my disposal. So no trip is too large or too small. So if you just want to go somewhere and it's 15, 20 of us, I can accommodate you, as well as if there's a 6 or 20 bus move, we can make that happen.
Right.
And that's Amazing Transportation at area code 614-571-2617.
And an example is we got a phone call, and the lady wanted buses to go to Cleveland. So DARRYL was able to get together 4 buses for this lady to take her group to Cleveland. You know, so and it's doing and that was doing what, Easter weekend. So buses were pretty slim, and DARRYL was able to come up with 4 buses, including his own. So give DARRYL a call. And what's that phone number again, DARRYL?
Area code 614-571-2617. That's 614-571-2617.
And that's Amazing Transportation.
Amazing Transportation.
All right, DARRYL. So what we're going to talk about to the end of the show is the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. It's the biggest event I have in my company. This year we're offering round-trip bus transportation to the Thanksgiving Day Parade. And I have the best ways for you to see the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Actually, I have, depending on how you want to view the parade, I have a package where you can watch the parade from your hotel room. Okay? So you can watch the parade from your hotel room. I have a package that is escorted and hosted. Okay? And that package includes a Broadway show and several other things. So most of the packages are 4-day packages, but we have, depending on how you want to see it, we have packages where you can watch the parade from the curbside. It comes with a stay warm breakfast. You can go in and out the facilities. They have a new package that I don't have written down here. It's called Gotham Hall, and the parade goes down. It comes around 6th Avenue, and you can watch the parade in front of Gotham Hall and go in and out of Gotham Hall to stay warm. The parade route takes about 2 hours. I would say it takes about 2 hours and 15 minutes. So, you know, you need to get there, you need to get in place. But I have all different types of packages. I have Insider's VIP Parade View. So we have all different types of packages. You know, you need to visit my website. I have Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York City hosted and escorted. We have Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade viewing party at the Residence Inn. Actually, we have 2 different packages from the Residence Inn. One, you can view it from your room, and the other one, you can view it from a different room, not from your bedroom, but there's a room called the Empire Room, and people are in this room and they can see the parade from balloon level. Okay, and then we have another package, DARRYL, where like I said, it's VIP, it's outdoor viewing VIP. We have a package if you just want to simply just go outside and watch the parade. We have a package for that also. And if you want to build your own package, we also have that available also. So Tire Surgeon Travel has all these packages available to the Thanksgiving Day Parade. And we're going to have bus transportation for those of you that live in Columbus going to the Thanksgiving Day Parade. And if you live in other cities, if we can get enough people together, we can provide bus transportation from that particular city. One of the things that I told you wrong, DARRYL, I told you it was 3 days, and I think it's 4 days. Okay?
Okay.
So you need to get back with me on the 4-day. And then we also have a Best of Thanksgiving getaway that includes accommodation for 2 nights or longer. But there's so many freebies that you get when you book through us for your New York City vacation that you want to stay longer than 2 days. Because if you just stay 2 days, then all you're going to see is the parade and get out of there. But we have freebies that you can go to the Empire State Building. You know, you can go to the observation tower. There's so many free things that you can do when you book that package through TYUS Tours and Travel. So what do you think about that, Darryl?
Well, I'm ready to go.
I'm
ready to go. Like I said, New York has always been one of my favorite cities, and I look forward to it every time. And like I said, every time I've gone to New York, I see or do something that I hadn't done previously. So I'm excited.
And there's an excursion called the Ride, and what the Ride is a bus that's kind of it's like a bus that you can only see out of one side. And what this bus does is it actually goes through, and right now on the screen we have the Thanksgiving Day Parade, and that is the 2017 Thanksgiving Day Parade. And just imagine being in that in 2018. And right now, if you call us and book it right now, you'll get the best experience possible for that particular event, you know, because right now everything's open, and for some reason this year, people are booking a whole lot earlier than they've done in the past. In the past, they don't really start booking the Thanksgiving Day Parade until May, and this year I have as many bookings now as I had all of last year. And the one thing I forgot to mention is our Ohio State Buckeyes is marching in the parade. So we're going to run a bus from Columbus to New York for 4 days. I'm going to pick out one of the packages, and we're going to enjoy, Darryl and I, the Thanksgiving Day Parade. What do you think about that, Darryl?
I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. And you Buckeye fans out there, we have as many buses as you need.
As you need. Darryl has a connection. He can get the buses, you know. Darryl, you actually drove for who now?
I drove for Cardinal and I still drive for Cardinal for 9 years. Yeah, a lot of times when I'm not on the road, for an example, just this past weekend, I drove to Arnold for Cardinal, and also I drove to Arnold in my bus this weekend. So I did a double dip this weekend.
And one of the packages that we have 2 basketball games to the Cleveland Cavs, April 3rd and April 5th. The April 3rd game is versus Toronto, and the April 5th game is versus the Wizards. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to get a couple bus loads in there before the end of the season, because if I can get a bus load in there before the end of the season, then I'm guaranteed of having playoff tickets. You know, for every game of the playoffs, I'm guaranteed of having playoff tickets. So the price from Columbus for the April 5th game is $135. The price from Toledo for the April 3rd game is $145. Okay, but I'm just trying to get a bus load in there now so that we can run buses up there for every single home game for the playoffs. And watching the game, and the seats that's available for that would be available for us throughout the playoffs, if I can get a bus load in there, would be lower level seats in sections 100 and 101. You know, and again, the price is $145 from Toledo and $135 from Columbus.
That is a steal, Ricky. And where you're sitting, you can almost reach out and grab a player. You're just slightly above the floor.
And where you're sitting at is where the players go through to get to the locker room. Yep. You know, so that's kind of the area that you're sitting in. So give us a call at 866-547-5362. We need to get one of those buses running, and then that will lock us in for playoff tickets for as long as Cleveland's in the playoffs. You know, so again, that number is 866-547-5362. So to wrap everything up, Darryl, you have anything you want to talk about?
Amazing transportation is all I want to talk about. It going to New York.
Amazing transportation. Right now, I have going on in New York a package where you get to see 2 Broadway plays. I don't have a price off the top of my head, but that's in April. So if you're interested in that, and we can get it, and if we can get enough people up, we can run buses to New York starting in April. But it probably won't be till May. Would you say late May, Darryl?
Late May at work. Around in the 20s, right around the 21st, 22nd. Yeah.
Yeah, and some other packages that I have that's local is I have the Motown Story in Detroit that's going on, and that's going on in April.
Also, feel free, again, at Amazing Transportation to call me at area code 614-571-26, because when I'm not on the road, I will go down to Papados, to my Papado fans. We will go down to Cincinnati to eat up some seafood at Papados. Give me a call if you're interested.
And again, that's Papados in Cincinnati. And what's the date for that, Darryl?
That could be any day you call.
Okay. Papados in Cincinnati.
Yes.
You know, let's put a busload together and go down to Cincinnati and party at Papados in Cincinnati. Also, we'll have a bus running down to the Jazz Festival. We may actually have 2 buses, one going down, coming back, going down. So for those people that just want to go down for the Friday show, we'll have a bus going down for the Friday show. For those people that just want to go down for the Saturday show, we'll have a bus going down for the Saturday show. For those people that want to go down and spend the weekend, we'll have a bus for that also. So we're going to be running buses everywhere. So certainly give us a call. TYUS Tours and Travel, our phone number is 866-547-5362, or you can visit my website at www.tyustours.com. And if you want to book the Thanksgiving Day Parade, now is the time to do it because everything's open. Everything's open. But if you wait another month, things will start filling up, and you're going to get just what's left over.
Don't be left out.
Yeah, because New York is an amazing place to visit. It's the #1 destination in the world, and amazing transportation can take you there. Darryl, what else you got?
Well, I do have, now that you mentioned it, on the March the 24th is a Papado seafood run. Give me a call at 614-571-2617. We'll go down to Papados for about 5 hours. Well, it's an hour-and-a-half drive. We'll have dinner for about 3 hours, and then we'll come back to town, back to Columbus, and it's a very inexpensive getaway. I believe it's $45, and we go down to Papados and eat up some food.
So does $45 include the food?
No, $45 includes your bus ride and potentially some shopping.
Some shopping on the way back.
But you could get a meal, a hearty meal for about $28. And trust me, the meal is wonderful, and it's a large enough portion for 2 people to enjoy.
And that's March the 24th?
March the 24th.
And March 24th is on what day? I don't have
a
calendar
Saturday.
in front of me. It's a Saturday. So you'll be leaving at what time?
Roughly 12:30, 1 o'clock. Saturday afternoon. We get down there around 2 o'clock. We'll do a little shopping from 2 to 4. Then we'll head over to Papados and have dinner right at about 5:15. It should finish up about 7 o'clock and get back in Columbus about 9 o'clock.
Whoa, a day trip.
Yes, sir. A very inexpensive day trip through amazing transportation.
And one of the things that we'll be doing in Kings Island, they hold a tennis tournament for all the pros. So we'll have buses running to that in Cincinnati, and that's in August. And it's kind of a day trip. It's, if you've never seen live tennis by the pros, it's something that's local. We can run down that morning, turn around and come back that evening. So we here at TYUS Tours and Travel, and amazing transportation. We have a lot going on. You need to give us a call, Phone number at TYUS Tours and Travel is 866-547-5362. And Darryl, your phone number?
Amazing Transportation is area code 614-571-2617.
Look, up in the sky, it's the superheroes of travel. It's Ricky, TYUS, and Tashi Williams, able to take you around the world by air, land, or sea, even by flying saucer. And we're live on TalkTapeRadio.com.